Why did you bring a tips and advice video instead of a tutorial? Because I think that the internet already has plenty of tutorials, and I feel like I'll only be teaching the same things that other people have already shown how to do. I already got tricked into watching an infinity of tutorials, but never really practicing actual animation. So after reuniting things that I learned from my experience, I realized that I have plenty of knowledge to share. So in this video, I'll be sharing tips and advices that can be useful for both beginners and experienced animators, and they're aimed for animators in general, not only for country balls content creators. Keep in mind that this video is based on my experience and opinion as an unprofessional and someone who only animates for fun. So without any further, let's start with the question that I brought up on the thumbnail. Does motivation truly matters? In my case, I view motivation as the set of reasons why you're willing to act towards a goal, and they are thoughts that are deeply implemented on your mind once you're focusing on that goal. Also, they help you to have a clearer vision of your objectives and how to achieve them. For example, the motivation that I implemented on my mind when I created my channel were: I want to create cool content content, I want to show my potential to the world, I want to inspire people, and I want to find people who support and appreciate my art. I carry these motivations since the beginning, and they're the reason why I'm here today. Now, using one of my projects as an example, the motivations of my Sleep Well animation were: this idea is cool and I want to bring it to reality, this will help me grow my channel, this animation will represent a special age, I can learn a lot from this project, and this can inspire a lot of people in the community. Even though that I had many moments of tiredness and doubt along the way, these motivations kept me resilient until I completed the project. I personally think that feeling demotivated is a sign that you need some rest or a break to reflect for a bit. Maybe it's not laziness, it's just that you might have not made your motivations very clear. Is this what you really want to do? Do you need to set up more reasons to keep going? So yes, motivation matters, and this might contradict a few things that I said on previous straw page responses posts, but it's because I have a different view on this topic now. I'm getting smarter, okay? The motivation isn't the end. You can always lift yourself again and keep walking towards your goal, and you don't have to feel ashamed for that. After all, we're all humans and we need to take care of our physical and mental needs, and it's what I'm going to talk about next. Don't be too harsh on yourself. I have already encountered animators who constantly put too much pressure into themselves, whether it to be frequent on their socials or to improve on animation. And I want you to acknowledge that you don't have the obligation to make animation every single week or to make the most perfect piece of work. It's totally okay to take breaks, and you should definitely have some, even if your creativity doesn't want to let you rest. Now, talking about people who neglect their own needs to keep animating, remember that sometimes your real life deals need to be prioritized over your hobbies. I know how much hobbies are fun and good for you, but how about promoting a nice balance with your life? Reserve some time to study for your upcoming exam, do your chores, spend some time outside, maybe in your backyard or just next to your window. And after you're done, you're gonna have free time to do your hobbies. And also, don't compare yourself. Many people harshly compare themselves whenever they see something that looks better than what they do. But it's nice to remember that in most part of the time, you're comparing yourself to someone who has way more experience than you. This is a mindset that puts everyone at the same level and makes you think that you can have the same results as anyone, disconsidering the entire improvement journey behind an artwork, and completely forgetting about the time that it takes to learn and improve on something. So I would like to propose you a new way to think. Instead of asking yourself, how can I be as good as them? Ask, what can I learn from them? Talking from my own experience, I couldn't believe on how many things I learned simply by observing, replicating, and searching more about it. And you don't have to be as good as anyone, because you're already amazing enough for trying to do things by yourself and putting your effort and love into them. Step outside of your comfort zone. I like to imagine that stepping outside of your comfort zone is more like expanding it. You integrate the areas that you like into your zone and leave those that didn't work for you. Try new things, different styles, different techniques, They carry infinity of possibilities that will help you to master multiple skills and get you to know more about your preferences and expand your mental gallery whenever you need ideas for your animations. Some Crunchyroll's animators are big inspirations for me, but taking a look outside of arts fans community, I also appreciate other animated medias, such as 2D AMVs and typography videos. So embracing the diversity of your inspiration is also a nice way to get more creative. Do it for fun. I'm hoping that what I say can reach animators who think that they are obligated to be extremely frequent on their socials and animators who repress their own creativity and hop on every single trend expecting numbers on social media. A hobby is supposed to be something that you do for fun, expecting satisfaction, stress relief, and happiness in return. Art is a way that you can express yourself. Subconsciously, every single thing about you is reflected into your artwork because you're the one who created it. So that's why I think that artistic creations should be handled with care and kindness. It's not something that you should do only to fill a schedule or a to-do list. Also, by any means, I implying that trends are bad. They're nice when you do them for fun. Plus, they can stimulate your creativity. But I have ever seen people saying, I make trends because whenever I make something original, I barely get any views. And it's sad to see that they've been discouraged to make their own original creations because of the algorithm. And if you think of it, the way that we consume content is a reflection of how our world is nowadays, characterized by how fast information reaches us. And we gotta admit that it's overwhelming. But by all means, be yourself. Don't repeat your original idea simply because you think that it won't work. Sometimes, you only need to express your original ideas instead of relying on mechanisms that make your video go viral. Also, I feel like receiving a few nice comments on something that I made for fun is worthier than the numbers and superficial comments that I will receive on something that I made only for fame and barely put any effort into. Seeking fame is looking for recognition through numbers, while you seek for support is about looking for people who genuinely appreciate your creations. Unleash your creativity. Don't let posting schedules and numbers hold you back from expressing your message to the world. I understand that we often seek recognition through views and likes, but don't let the algorithm be your motivation destroyer. The algorithm shouldn't tell you what to do or what to not do. Take out the time that you need to create something that you're truly passionate about. My Sleep Well animation has gone through multiple rough states to get to the final result, such as motivation drops, real-life deals that had to be prioritized, the deadline getting closer and closer, but still, I was truly passionate with that idea and what it would represent, and I wouldn't let doubles hold me back from achieving my final goal. Now for some extra tips. To start off, you should make positive affirmations about your projects, especially during motivation drops. For example, you can affirm that your project will be finished by the date that you like, and that the results will be as nice as what you imagined. You can say them in your mind, write them down, or say them out loud. The good energy really sticks to you, and those affirmations will eventually turn into reality. This is something that's called the law of assumption, and people often use it to achieve life goals and conquer their desires. So I decided to implement it into animation. You can search more about it if you're interested. Secondly, having a little base of support is very nice when you're really determined to get into something, like a new hobby. I was pleased and assured when I presented my animations for history class, because I started my animation journey by making this. I was searching for applause for something that I created out of pure passion. And that's when I realized that my art deserved to be seen, and it's what motivated me to start a channel, which expanded my base of support. So post and share your art somewhere. It deserves to be seen and appreciated. There are people who will be there to support you. I know that not everyone might be comfortable with sharing their works on the internet, and that's totally okay. I'm just sharing this because it's what gave me a reason to keep doing what I love. Next, I started to use tutorials to add more to my knowledge instead of expecting them to teach me everything. As I kept animating, the more I wanted to learn. So I'll recommend a channel that has helped me a lot. Her name is Kaza Aidah Haque, sorry if I mispronounced it, and her channel has lots of light motion tutorials, and they are really useful for me whenever I need to understand how to do something specific. I'll be linking her channel in the description for anyone who's interested. Lastly, I would like to remind you that you're bound to failure and struggle, and you should not blame yourself for that. We can all learn from our mistakes, I wanted to say that because reminding myself of that really helped me along my journey. I will note down things that I learned from each one of my projects, whether it's program features, techniques, or management, and I would reflect on how I could do better next time. And before I finish this section, I would like to tell a little beginner fact. There's a chance that you're gonna struggle on your second project. I remember that I was bursting with motivation when I made my first video, same for my second one, but this time I got kinda lost among my ideas and it ended up demotivating me in delaying this animation, but in the end I finished it anyway. I wanted to say that because I noticed that one of my viewers, is which commenter, supportive buddy and lovely fan art giver by the way, was struggling finishing their second animation project, and I remember that I already went through the same thing. I don't have the intention to demotivate you guys, on the contrary, don't be afraid by this fact, cause I know that we all have the strength to keep going. I just brought this up because I found this pattern kinda funny. Don't be scared of starting something, because if you don't try, you'll never know how it feels like. And to you, my dear animator, you got this. You can finish your project and I believe on you. And that's what I wanted to share with this video. Even though that I mentioned it in the beginning, the reason why I didn't bring a tutorial video, I'm still considering bringing a video reuniting tutorials surrounding specific aspects of my animation, since lots of you guys have been asking for it. Remember that people have different and unique experiences with animation, and that helps them to develop their own values over time, and these are mine. Don't be afraid of starting, be resilient, don't be too harsh on yourself, allow yourself to make mistakes and learn from them, step out of your comfort zone, do it because you want to, not because you feel like you should. You're already amazing enough just by trying. And lastly, you're a human being just like everyone else. You're always trying and doing your best. Thank you for following your passion and being so resilient. And that's it for this video. I hope that these tips and advices can be useful to you. Until next time.